What is going on, guys? We are back with another video today, and we are in Madden 22 franchise doing another speed rebuild, this time of the Dallas Cowboys, a team that has been very solid in Madden for some time now. However, have definitely taken a step back specifically on offense with La'el Collins and Amari Cooper playing for new teams in 2022. Obviously, a little bit of question marks for Amari with injury concerns and whatnot in real life. But in game, you know, that's a 91 overall superstar that you lost straight up for like a 6th-round pick. It was so insignificant of a trade, I'm not even going to make the trade. It's like a 6th-round pick for the Browns 6th round. It's like they moved like 10 spots in the 6th round. I'm not 100% sure how compensation works, but would they not have gotten more for Amari by just letting him go to free agency and letting maybe even the Jaguars overpay and give him like 25 mil per or something ridiculous? Like, I don't know, but I can't imagine a 6th-round swap was worth the trade at all. And then obviously La'el Collins is now on the rival team of the Browns, playing for the Bengals. So some pretty big overalls, big positions specifically, being let go or traded from this team. They re-signed a couple of key playmakers on defense, but overall, this is not the offensive line we once thought it was. You know, it's just far from that. They've got 2 good linemen who have, at least Tyron Smith has seemingly missed a couple of games here or there. All of that's kind of irrelevant because we're just going to be trading whoever we think makes the most sense to trade. Dak kind of falls under the radar a little bit, so don't 100% expect him to stay. You know, 90 overall X factor, we could, you know, trade for Cam Newton for all you know, get a haul for him because, once again, Cam Newton kills it in sim. Dak kind of falls under the radar a lot, so Zeke, I believe in him in game. Pollard might be worth a little bit. Lamb maybe has a starting job. I don't know. Really kind of comes down to what kind of team we get the trades with and how much time we have left. Obviously, Trayvon Diggs is likely to stay. He doesn't really have a whole lot of value in the game for some reason. Parsons is likely to stay, is just kind of a freak. But everyone else, kind of, you know, a chance to be traded off for something else. Maybe DeMarcus Lawrence not, because, of course, star development traits, high overall, old. Those are all things that you want to keep because you just don't get value off of them. Those are the kind of things you want to gain as well, since, once again, this is a rebuild where you only get one season, so you have to do what you can to make the team good now, and it doesn't matter what happens next year. Here's looking to you, Rams, kind of. But with that being said, in case you are new, you know, here are the rules, and if you are, maybe think about subscribing to the channel. I also have a second channel, PKR Plays, non-Madden stuff on there, so go check it out, whether you're new to this channel or, you know, you just didn't even know that existed. Maybe check it out. But you get 10 minutes to make any trade possible, realistic or not. Doesn't matter who it is. Could be the most important core Cowboys player or just some random guy, and you slip it for like a 15 overall, you know, bump on a player for an 80 overall team or less. However, if the team dips into the 81 plus market, you drop 1 minute each time, so we lose 2 minutes. However, here's where it gets even more confusing. Because of Madden's trade glitch where you have to back out after every completed trade, we add 2 minutes onto the time no matter what, whether it's a full 10-minute team or it's all the way down to like 5 minutes because, you know, it's like the I don't know, who's the highest over? Buccaneers, maybe? Whoever the highest overall team is, you add those 2 minutes because you have to account for, you know, when you're in here, you get the trade, then you got to go all the way back out, see how long it takes, and, you know, you got to wait for that to load up, and you have to go back, and you have to kind of regather your brain and, you know, put it back in the holster. I mean, that's at least 10 seconds, not including the fact that you got to remember who you're trying to trade again. So, you know, 10 seconds for maybe 10, 15 trades, whatever. 2 minutes is about fair, right? So we're going to have 10 minutes on the clock. We're going to make, hopefully, the best trades possible. Once again, our bulk of our value probably will come from those linemen. Once again, don't rule out Dak. Don't even rule out Zeke. We'll see what we can get. The draft picks may be very clutch as well. We'll see what happens. But 3, 2, 1, and go. Put that, I don't want to put both tackles on, or both linemen on, but I'll go for like one. What about the Browns? Right out the gate, we're going to go to the Browns. We're going to give them Tyron, I think. Not draft picks. What about Miles? I would do Miles and Teller. they seemingly may as well. Let's do a third. Okay, maybe they're not as close as I thought. Let's get rid of... Let's do this. I do love Ward so much in the game. Ooh! What about like a second next year? Would that work? Be down? They're down. All right. Okay, I mean, we got... I think Teller is a superstar, so it's... You put Teller at tackle, you really don't lose anything straight up anyways. Let's go to Zack Martin now. Teller could still be on the block, but for now, we turned, one lineman into two good linemen and a cornerback. And you know what? We're going to go right to another team with a bunch of linemen. Mike, Wirfs. Do we do Godwin? Could go with a lineman, Jensen. Ooh, okay. I kind of like that. Two wide receivers. We're basically the Browns and the Buccaneers. However, we are also kind of double, two birds, one stoning it, where we're grabbing talent from a direct competitor, being the Buccaneers. They're getting a draft pick instead of... Oh, we don't have a second-round pick. I might have to change this to a this-year pick. They're getting a draft pick instead of, actual player talent. Ooh, that's close. 6th-round pick this year should do it. If not, I'll do a 5th next. Thank you. That's pretty clutch, though, because Wirfs is already, in my opinion, probably better straight up than Zack Martin. I know the overall's not there, but a lot younger. I don't know what the value is like, but okay, so we can keep the quarterbacks. Now we're kind of thinking, okay, I kind of want to keep... Nah, I'm willing to let Lamb go, to be honest. I'm kind of letting... I'm willing... what do we want? We need a pass rusher. They don't have Chandler anymore. What is Khalil Mack worth? Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson probably don't even need the corner that bad. I just kind of want to... Yeah, I just don't want to overtrade, but apparently Mack is worth a fortune. The Chiefs could go Chris Jones. I don't think that's an overtrade. Yeah, it's not. Okay, this is... Ah, crap. Who the hell did I just pull off the list? I think we just had all 3 wide receivers, didn't we? Darius Slay would be clutch. We haven't really had Darius Slay in a while. Darius Slay and Fletcher Cox would be a good combo. And I put a lot of emphasis on Cox. Hassan Reddick's kind of like a pure pass rusher. What about these two? Ooh, Fletcher Cox. I don't know if he's even superstar or X Factor anymore. I think he is, but he's been really devalued in the game lately. Like, he's really not. What was it? Something about cut? I thought it was like we'd rather just cut the players. But that's a really good trade. Interdivisional, once again, direct competitor, conference. I mean, that's a really good trade. We are turning some value in here. Like, a lot. I don't think we actually need Trayvon Diggs anymore, so hopefully he actually does have some value. We'll keep everyone else. Kelvin Joseph, sorry, pal. The Broncos, what have they got? Safety wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to grab. I don't think it's that big of a need, and if it is... Actually, Simmons a pretty good call, to be honest. The Dolphins, the Falcons. Pitts could be kind of cool, but I don't think he's like a must-grab player. I don't even think that's an overtrade. I think that's an undertrade. Yeah, I was about to say. The Niners, Debo. Can't really do much with Debo, though. What about Kittle? Could go with Warner. We actually do need a linebacker pretty badly. Fred Warner ain't going to be even close to tradable, though, right? Damn it. If he was closer, I would have. But what about the Rams? Could use a once again linebacker. Trent. No. We could use... I need a pass rusher. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a decent one out of any of these teams. Because once again, Trayvon Diggs really isn't that valuable in game. We've actually traded for him a lot of times. Daniil Hunter would be clutch, but I don't think that's going to happen either. Ooh. A first-round pick for Daniil would not be bad. I would do that every day of the week. We also have a second this year. I don't know if that was an overtrade. I mean, he's an X Factor. He's an 88 overall. I think that's fine. Maybe we could have gotten like a 4th back. I think overall the value is pretty good, though. Who do we actually pull off the list? It must have been Washington, right? Because he's kind of not a very good overall. So we did get rid of a bulk of wide receivers, so we still have a lot of talent. Tight end, I think, is fine, but it would be nice to upgrade. So 2, 3... So we got back to 3 good linemen. We have... Oh, we don't even actually need Daniil. I forgot about Parsons. He's kind of more of a pass rusher than a coverage linebacker. Might actually have to trade Parsons off now because I mean, we kind of didn't really need him, did we? Let's go for a safety with this pick. Let's go back to the Broncos. I think Simmons is actually very highly valued in the game. Wow, we were down to 4 minutes. Kind of zoomed by. Kind of just been enjoying trading for players. Chiefs. Who the hell do the Eagles have? Kelsey. We could just go for the rest of their linemen. Oh, man, this is such a cheese. We're not even going to get him anyways. But Kelsey's old, but, like, they won't trade him, will they? Mailata. Oh, I don't like any of this. I don't like the situation here. What's going on here? Why is my brain doing this to me? Dallas Goedert really don't give me that much. Do we need DT that bad? Is Kelsey really that valuable? What? He's 33! Which I will admit I thought he was older than that in real life. Apparently Lane Johnson's more tradable. I guess. Here's a third-round pick down to 4 minutes. Oh, do I have to give up a second? I mean, I'll do it. He's a pretty good lineman. That's all right. That's fine. Although I will say we're down on draft picks. I think the best case is like third this, third next. We do still need that safety position. We actually weakened our safeties. However, we do have 4 offensive linemen now that are absolutely legit. I'm kind of thinking maybe you trade off Wirfs for an okay lineman, and perhaps we still need a DT. We could definitely use a linebacker, that's for sure. So, crap O-lineman, linebacker is the best thing possible. Crap O-lineman, linebacker. Crap O-lineman, linebacker. Maybe not crap O-lineman, but Ryan Jensen. Where's Shaq Mason and like Devin White? I think Levante is a little bit better though. Let's see. Devin White actually might be able to do it without even improving. Yeah, we're kind of abusing the Buccaneers here a little bit, just tiny bit. Oh, that third's not going to be enough. It's going to be so painful because it's going to be so close. Maybe not as close as I thought. Right end. Do we have a right end we can give him? Fowler, he's not really that good. Do we have anyone young? Odigizua, he's not bad. Yeah, we got to make a play happen. Jensen's a little old. Maybe Levante. We're going to lose linemen here hard. But Jensen's superstar dev is what I meant. Not that he's old. I don't really care that he's old. Obviously, that means nothing to me. Let's go. Let's trade some of these backups if we can. Do we keep Pollard? No, Pollard's not gone. He's gone. We're basically the Buccaneers now. So we have 4 linemen. We kind of downgraded on line. We need a DT. We're down to 2 minutes left. This is not good. We need a DT. I don't care how old he is. The Cardinals don't have a DT. What am I doing? Rodney Hudson. I think he's a decent dev as well, right? Crap. JJ Watt. What am I doing? None of these guys are going to be tradable. Oh, JJ is actually kind of tradable. Never mind. I didn't think he was going to be that tradable. Although I still don't think it's going to work, but it would be clutch. Oh, I was wasting so much time and I didn't even get him. What about Simmons and put him at safety? He's at least that's way too much. We just overtraded hard, but we're down to a minute, so you can't really blame me for panicking a little bit here. We're kind of selling. So we have a few linebackers. We really need to get rid of Parsons here. Get rid of Parsons for a DT and a safety would be clutch. DT safety. Come on. DT safety. What team has that? The Packers have some okay players for that. Actually, they have some pretty good players. Kenny Clark, Amos, and Elton would be filthy, actually. That's a fair trade, too. No, Parsons. I got to be careful with this because I feel like I'm going to mess this up and give him too much. No. 30 seconds left. I can let them have Elton. We can deal with not that many linemen. Oh, no. Why? Just take it. Center, right tackle. Oh, no. We sold. I sold. Peters, Pierce. I would take this. Okay, that's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. So it was a little bit of a panic near the end, but we needed more quantity than quality, technically. And we really just didn't need Parsons. So we'll see. We have a bunch of players that maybe were intended to play different spots. I don't know who's going to play where until we literally have the final roster right here. All right, 87 or higher, or else we've sold, but I'm pretty sure we'll be way above that. 91. I didn't think. Now, when I thought way above, I was like 89, 90, but 91, we completely forgot about tight end, by the way, which, yeah, Dalton Schultz is good enough. Got the Buccaneers wide receivers and their left guard. We got the 2 linemen out of the Browns. We got a lineman out of the Eagles. We got a lineman out of the Ravens. Everything else, well, the quarterback, running back, the same. Linebackers, 2 of them from the Buccaneers as well. Got a corner off the Browns. Got a corner off the Ravens. Got a safety, yes, safety, Simmons off the Cardinals. Got a safety off the Eagles, yes, safety. Slay had a 94 zone. He was way better in zone than he was in man. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Put him at safety. Once again, DT, Eagles, Ravens, and then outside linebacker or edge rusher in general, Danielle Hunter from the Vikings. So, I mean, we didn't add a kicker. We have Chris. I know how to say it. I'm just not going to say it because I'm afraid of things happening. But, of course, let's go on and see if this team is going to win the Super Bowl. I mean, they should. We have the Chiefs playbooks on. This team is better than the normal Cowboys. We kept some of the core guys that matter, though, Dak and Zeke. You know, specifically Zeke, kind of the face of the run game, even though he's a little overrated. Although at this point, I feel like a lot of people say that. So once again, if everyone thinks someone's overrated, they're no longer overrated, right? That's kind of how it works, even though he's overrated. And 14-3, I would have thought better than that, though. We have a playoff game. Like, that's just not good. We should not be playing in the playoffs. Well, I mean, we should, but just not the very first week. Looking at the season, we lost a couple of games. Nothing crazy. The first 2, though, which is a little surprising, got to admit, but it is what it is. Stats and awards. Chris Godwin had a pretty good season for himself. Dak had a really good season, obviously. Rushing, pretty damn good for Zeke. Like I said, Dalton Schultz. I mean, it just apparently seems like it's playbook only that matters for tight ends. Has nothing to do with their ratings. Mike Evans was okay, not great. Elliott was actually really good in the receiving game. Looking at O-line was okay, considering how good this team's supposed to be. And look at those sack numbers. 30 for Lawrence, 22 for Daniil, 10 for Fletcher, 8.5 for Pierce. I mean, this is DT's, at least Pierce, really not even a pass rusher. Denzel Ward with 6 interceptions, 4 for White, 2 for Simmons, 2 for Lewis, 2 for Van Der Esch. Slay only had 1. Kicking, my guy. No, don't even make that joke. Let's take a look at MVP. No, Dak. Why? Winston. Interesting. Better than Brady. Yeah, you go, Winston. What the hell team? The NFC, that's the one. Dak Prescott with the Player of the Year. I will say Dak gets a lot of crap, though, doesn't he? Why does he get so much crap? I don't even know. Marcus Lawrence, Defensive Player of the Year. Don't really care about anything else, though. Quarterback, Randall Cobb, wide receiver, D-line. Lawrence, obviously, he's going to win a lot of awards. He killed it. But let's go in and see if this team is going to win it all. Going up against... No. Damn it. No pomegranates. 9-8 Vikings team that doesn't have Daniil. What do we even trade for Daniil? I think it was a bunch of different wide receivers, was it? CeeDee Lamb and whatnot? Might have been. I think it was Lamb and Gallup and a draft pick, maybe. Can't even remember, but going up against those Vikings that probably don't have a great pass rush. I think all they would have is Zadarius Smith. 3-7, 10-3, 17-3, 24-3, 31-3. We're smoking them, dude. 38-3. They have no offense and they can't stop ours. Oh wow, you got a touchdown. So cute, so awesome. But let's take a look at the numbers. Dak basically doubled Kirk's performance and then some. Rushing wasn't even that good. Dak just carried. Godwin was pretty good. Mike Evans was pretty good. Zeke, once again, playing pretty well in the receiving game at least. Fletcher Cox killed it. Danielle Hunter against his old team did well. Denzel Ward with a pick. Shouldn't have had to play this game, but, we kind of showed the NFL that. Divisional, who's it going to be against? the Packers. Interesting. And I keep hitting... Obviously, the Packers with an 84 overall team. The Chargers beat the Chiefs. That's interesting. Randall Cobb was the #1 wide receiver in the entire NFC, which obviously means #1 for the Packers. I don't know if they would have drafted anyone, but I can't imagine so. Seeing the names we're seeing, we got a safety on them. We're smoking them so far, but it's still open. I'm feeling good about it, though. 22-0, and that's the dagger. Green Bay finally scores a touchdown. I mean, like I said, though, you can never say it's over until it's over. Bah! How? Bro. Jeez, man. They actually tied the game. Can we not? The Packers are definitely not known for their ability to come back in a game. It's about choking the game. Of course, Dak tried his best to choke it. 4 interceptions. Of course, we tried to make the Packers worse, too. So, if we would have lost this game, that would have been a real huge L, as we did try to steal Amos. We tried to steal Kenny Clark. We tried to steal Elton. Those kind of guys did really well for them. So, you know, I mean, obviously we weren't going to get Jair and wasn't even trying to, but still, I mean, if we would have lost it, then that would have been a huge L, knowing that, once again, we were very, very close to robbing their team of talent that would have probably maybe even not have gotten them in that game in the first place. But here in the championship round against the Buccaneers, now this is a team we definitely took players off of. This is a team that should be way weaker. I know they have some good O-line, but I don't know. Who do they even have? They have Zack Martin. I mean, we stole like 4 of their players, didn't we? You see the Chargers, Baltimore. We stole players off the Ravens, so we're kind of hoping the Ravens win because, once again, they are kind of weaker now. But, I mean, you can see the fact that the teams that we're facing against are teams we've taken some of their best players from. So, in theory, we should be winning these games, right? I know we have so far, but this game has not been that much of a blowout like the other ones. It's, you know, it's a 3-point game. We're down by 4 and we just can't score. We finally get a touchdown, up by 3, up by 10, and it's going to be a win. It's not going to be a pretty one, but I suppose we do pull off the victory. Going to be against Tom Brady and the Bucs. He didn't play super well. Dak didn't play super well either, though. Fournette had a couple of touchdowns. Receiving, Schultz was all right. Godwin played well against his former team. Sack totals, Fletcher Cox has had a pretty good postseason, though, got to admit. And, yeah, it's, kind of just a back-and-forth battle of nothing, just good defenses, I guess. And it is going to be against the Chargers. See if we had any dev-ups. They're in 86. Where were we at? 92, 93? Dev-ups. Zeke goes up in dev. Godwin goes up in dev. Defensively, I don't think Devin White would have been superstar, right? Fletcher Cox, I think, was already superstar. And DeMarcus Lawrence goes up to superstar. So, very nice dev-ups there. Very clutch, specifically for Lawrence, to be able to get superstar at 29. Going to be able to most likely save himself from some regression. Kind of trash abilities, but I don't know if Mr. Big Stop's a good ability or not, but no, like, edge thread or, you know, something like that. Swim, whatever. I don't know, freaking know. Swim Club, I think it's called. But still, good superstar. 93 overall to their 86. Can we win another? And I know this is a one-year rebuild. I mean, like, can we win another Super Bowl in a speed rebuild? 7-0, 7-7. Last couple of games, we've been kind of letting up some points. We've been giving up some points, and we've been struggling to score them ourselves. But so far, holding steady, up 14, up by 7, up by 14. Chargers aren't going away, but I think that field goal puts it, and it does. We win another Super Bowl in a speed rebuild. No cuckage from EA and their sim goblins. I don't know if that's a thing anyone said. Ebron. Dalton Schultz actually had himself a pretty good postseason as well. Danielle Hunter killed it. Lawrence was pretty good. The biggest show, Fletcher Cox. He's already been there. Isaiah Simmons with a pick. Didn't show up, but hey, maybe they were double teaming him. Although I probably wouldn't double team anyone on this D-line. It's kind of ferocious. But, I guess the way he's played, he's most consistent. So maybe it's the best person to double if you're going to do it. But that's going to be it. That's how you do the thing. That is how you do the thing. You trade those linemen off. You get what you can. It is really fun to trade, like a Zack Martin for like multiple good linemen and then an extra player because you're kind of like multiplying Zack Martin, right? Same with Tyron Smith. and then we ended up adding, pretty good talent. We could have probably traded off Wyatt Teller. We did trade off Wirfs, right? I think we got, who did we get? Was it Levante David, Devin White, and Shaq Mason? Once again, that might have been even an overtrade from us, because Wirfs is like a 90 overall superstar 22-year-old tackle, which is very hard to get. But that's pretty much going to be it. If there's another team you guys want to see for this speed rebuild challenge kind of series, let me know in the comment section below. If there's a different idea for speed rebuilds you want to see, like some sort of different parameter where it's like instead of getting 10 minutes, we get 10 trades, or we have to trade only in a certain division, or I had one, I don't know if it was this year, I know I did one last year where it was multiple years, it wasn't just 1 year, so we had like one clock for multiple years, which counts for the free agency, the draft, all of that. It's a little more intricate where it's like, oh, I built a pretty good team here, I only used 7 minutes, or oh, I'm kind of falling behind here, but I don't know what else we can add, I'm going to actually bank the rest of the clock, wait till the offseason and see what we can do. That could also be an option. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. And that's about it. If you guys enjoyed, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays, for non-Madden content. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video,